Good morning, Geometry. Welcome to your first online learning experience. I hope that you guys are all healthy and ready to go. If you have not printed off the note sheet to follow along, I highly suggest you do that. If you can't print it, go ahead and pull out your notes to follow along. So our first lesson is going to be simplifying our roots. All right. So up at the top here, I have a perfect squares to remember. These are important. If you can break a number down in terms of perfect squares, it's much easier to simplify. So let's look at our first example here. I have the square root of 16. If I look in my table, right here, I find 16. And so the square root of 16 is just 4. All right. Now let's look at our next example, which is a little bit more complicated. I have the square root of 50. It is not a perfect square, but I know that 50 is made up of a perfect square. If I look in my table here, I can see 25 is a perfect square. 25 times 2 will give me 50. So let's break that down. I get 25 times 2 gives me 50. Now let's go ahead and take our square roots. 2 is not a perfect square, so we cannot take that number outside. So let's take the square root of 25, which gives me 5, and we're left with what underneath our square root? We still have a 2. So I get 5 square root of 2 is my answer for that one. Now let's move on to our next problem. Now we're going to look at adding and subtracting radicals. In order to add or subtract radicals, we need to make sure that what is underneath our root is the same. So if we look at this one, our first example, I have 3 under both of our roots, which means that they can be combined. So when they have the same roots, we can add or subtract the numbers that's in front of them. If the radical does not have a number in front of it, there is actually a 1 there. So what we're really looking at here is 1 minus 7, which gives me -6. And we're still got to keep on the roots. So we still have our square root of 3. And that would be our answer for that one. Let's look at the square root of 150. All right, this one is a little bit bigger, which can be intimidating, but I know 150 can be broken down by 25 as well. So if I take 150 and I'm going to divide it by 25, 150 divided by 25 is going to give me 6. So 25 times 6 gives me 150. Now 6 is not a perfect square, so it's going to be left under the radical. But we can take the square root of 25, which will give me 5, and I still have my radical, and then we also have our 6 left underneath. And that would be our answer for that one. All right, we've got one more. We have the square root of 5 plus the square root of 20. Looking at these, we can't combine them right now because we do not have the same number under our root. So let's break 20 down and see if we can get a 5 underneath our radical. So 20, is there a perfect square that goes into 20? I know that 4 will go into 20, and that is a perfect square. So 20 divided by 4 is going to give me 5. So 4 times 5 gives me 20. Let's take the square root of 4, which is going to give me a 2. And then I'm left with 5 underneath my radical. So let's go ahead and see if we can add these together. I get the square root of 5 plus 2 square root of 5. There's really a 1 in front of this square root. So let's add the numbers that are in front. So I'm going to be left with 3. And don't forget your radical. 3 square root of 5 is my answer. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns.